ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday. More importantly, it's the Tuesday following one of the greatest national championship games I've seen in a long time. Holy cow! Were you not entertained? An all Southeastern Conference winner-take-all national championship. Alabama, Georgia. Nick Saban versus Kirby Smart. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta, Georgia. The 26-23 overtime thriller. Wow. Live inside In My Own Words, the podcast, Stephen M. Smith, Touchdown Alabama Magazine, providing you with some instant analysis from the game. But in this analysis piece, I'm actually going to unveil the first installment of my Truth Behind series, where I go into how I knew from the jump on whether a guy was going to be a star player or not on the team. And in this edition, we dive into Devonta Smith, freshman wide receiver. Prior to the open practice back in August, the one I went to, the one I talked about on a podcast earlier this year, Alabama football head coach Nick Saban knew from the jump that he had signed, recruited, brought in a very special core of wide receivers. He knew it. Nick Saban signed 5 guys for the 2017 class. Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Tyrell Shavers, Chadarius Towson, Devonta Smith. Of those 5 guys, Jeudy, Ruggs, and Shavers got a lot of attention. Judy's a 5-star. Comes right out of Florida. Pulled him right from the pipeline of Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley. Henry Ruggs. Kid comes out of Montgomery, Alabama. Quick, fast, elusive. Tyrell Shavers. The guy is 6'6", physical, tall guy, rangy guy. And granted, all 3 guys are good, especially Jeudy and Ruggs. But once again, the open practice back in August, I've sat there and said, A-Day is fine. It's great to enjoy the pageantry. It's great to see all the former players come home. It's great to watch a game broadcasted live on TV and you get 100,000 people in the stands. But if you want to see the real dogs, if you want to see the real players that are going to 100% contribute in the regular season, you find yourself at hot, muggy, congested, blitzed by the sun, Bryant-Denny Stadium in August. And I was there. 98 degrees, heat index of 104. I'm there with a button-down blue shirt, a pair of black slacks, and a tie. Burning up. People around me wondering what in the world is going on with that dude. It's 98 degrees and he's dressed up like Fosworth Bentley. But I met Bryant-Denny. Why? Covering, trying to see who is going to be the next impact star. Who's it going to be? I get to Bryant-Denny. I lock eyes with senior wide receiver Cam Sims. He sees me coming from a mile away. We strike up a conversation. I ask him if it was to ever come to a situation where the game is on the line. You love Calvin? Calvin Ridley's good? Calvin Ridley may more than likely be a first-round pick. Calvin Ridley's your primary receiver. That's your ace in the hole. But if it comes to a situation where Calvin's not open or Calvin falls or the defense brackets him, or he's not the go-to receiver on a play, and it comes in a dire situation, either Bama gets this or Bama loses. Either Bama gets this or Bama fails. Either Bama gets this or all heck breaks loose. Who do you go to? Robert Foster walks by. And Rob Foster's good. But Cam Sims does not say Robert Foster. Jerry Jeudy walks by. Jerry Jeudy's a 5-star. Jerry Jeudy's elite. But Cam Sims does not say Jerry Jeudy. Henry Ruggs is good. Henry Ruggs has 6 touchdown catches this season, including 1 in the national championship against Georgia. But Cam Sims does not say Henry Ruggs. Cam Sims walks me over to the smallest receiver on the team for the 2017 class. Cam Sims walks me over to this 165-pound man soaking wet in the same weight class as me. And Cam Sims points to him and says, Steven, Tay is the guy. Devonta Smith. He said, Steven, Tay is a dog. Tay can go get it. You put it anywhere near Tay, you can trust that Tay is going to go get it. You can trust that Tay is going to make that play. Steve, he's got the hands. He's got the speed. He's got the route running capabilities. More importantly, he is secure, man. This guy is dependable. Tay. I'm in the press box. I'm watching this open practice unfold right in front of me. I'm watching it. I see the hands. I see the speed. The ability to start, stop, and start up again. I see the route running. I see the ability to turn his shoulder, get downfield. I see all of these things from Devonta Smith, and my jaw hits the floor. In my mind, I'm thinking Cam Sims can't be lying to me. I took an African American studies class with this dude. He can't be lying to me. I left the press box that day, in August now. This dude, Devonta Smith, is legit. I remember talking with a friend of mine who was also at the practice. I compared Devonta Smith personally to Kenny Bell. Same frame, same speed, same athletic abilities, same shoulder turn to get downfield, the exact same just about. I compared him to Kenny Bell. A friend of mine said, Steven, I see your Kenny Bell, but I'm going to raise you Kevin Norwood. Smith may not get the love as Jeudy and Ruggs do, but Smith is clutch. Friend told me, I just feel like, Steven, when Bama is in a do or die, when you gotta have it, I just feel like, Steven, they're gonna go to Devonta Smith. I just feel like that ball is gonna find itself in the hands of Tay. That's what a friend told me. And Cam Sims, boy, did he call it that day. Devonta Smith against Mississippi State. Remember that game. He hasn't caught a lot of passes this season. But when he's caught them, it's been in critical situations. I remember Mississippi State. Bama's defense banged up. It had to go with Keith Holcomb, the starter, an inside linebacker. Bama defense pushed around. Aris Williams, Nick Fitzgerald, both making plays. Bama offense could do some things, couldn't do a lot. Although Calvin Ridley had a big-time ball game, Jalen Hurts had over 200 yards passing, 242 to be exact. The score is tied at 24 in the fourth quarter. One drive. Jalen Hurts, 3 of 4 passing for 72 yards. And the final play on that drive to win the game is a 10-yard screen pass, 10-yard slant, to guess who? Devonta Smith. Catches the pass, breaks a tackle, goes 26 yards to pay dirt, put his finger to his mouth, quiets the dog fans inside Stark Vegas, Davis Wade Stadium, Bama, 31-24. Devonta Smith, Tay. And then the kid returns on the biggest stage of college football in the most pressurous situation. Nick Saban trying to win his 6th national championship overall to tie him with the legendary Paul Bear Bryant. Alabama, through all the injuries, all the critics, all the naysayers, trying to win its 2nd national championship of the college football playoff era, and the 5th under head coach Nick Saban, and also the 17th in program history. And on the second play of the first overtime, Tua Tagovailoa hooks up with Devonta Smith, who blows by his defensive back, hauls in the 41-yard pass for the game-winning touchdown. 26-23. Unbelievable. Kenyon Drake happy. House of Pain jumping around. Rammer Jammer blasting. And it's the smallest receiver in the 2017 signing class. Tay. Going back to Cam Sims. Tay. Got it done. Once again, folks, that open practice, that's the place you gotta be if you're a fan wanting to see the big names emerge. We take our first break on In My Own Words, the podcast, Touchdown, Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. Just getting started. Upon our return, we discuss Nick Saban's decision to roll the dice and go with the Hawaiian punch, Tua Tagovailoa. And even in Tua's remarkable performance, we also discuss the class act of Jalen Hurts and how it took both of them to bring home a national championship. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. It's your boy, Stephen M. Smith, host of In My Own Words, the podcast. If you are a fan of this show, then I encourage you to subscribe to the Touchdown Alabama Magazine YouTube channel. Also follow the brand on Facebook, Twitter, and other forms of social media as we continue to bring you the best in Alabama football and Crimson Tide athletics.